And I know a lot of guys would think, damn, Ray, that's a big waste of money. And that's okay for you to think that, you know. But to me, it's money well spent for what I want. You know, I don't have any Harley Davidsons, jet skis, a boat, or nothing. These are the things that so when I want something, I don't blow money on stuff normally. Well, is this blowing money? In my eyes, it's not. Just like if some of you guys bought a Harley Davidson or a Corvette or Camaro or a boat, I might think that's a waste of money. You see what I'm saying? This shop is gonna be what I want it to be, and it's costing me a lot to do it. And you know, that's, you know, you pay for what you get. Okay, y'all, good morning. Friday morning, and yeah, it's raining, it's sprinkling. I gotta go look at a job over here, meet a buddy of mine, and I'm gonna look at a job. He wants to do some grading for a camper that he bought, so yeah. So what we're gonna do is what I did is I got Francisco going on that one. It's kind of a big one. We need to get it done though this week. We don't need to add any more to next week. It looks like we're already going to be adding a couple. If I didn't have to meet this morning, then I would have went over there to the one that we didn't do the other day that the customer keeps calling me about, that we were right next door, and because I need to keep them on the same day. So you know, it's like, well, it's ugly, man, because we're on the other side. By the time we get over that way, the weather's probably not it's gonna be raining probably. They're calling for pretty good chance of rain. But the biggest thing is I got all my shit outside and everything's is gonna be getting soaking wet. So you know, it's I don't know, man, it's just a pain in the butt, man, if you ask me. I'm just trying to came and did the floor yesterday, we'd be a lot better off. And now we're gonna have the floor getting done, wet, rainy, nasty weather, man. Just ain't, you know, yesterday was perfect. But I talked to the dude last night, and he was, you know, he said, man, we got hung up on that other job, and I just couldn't leave the customer like that. I'm like, you know, I get it, man. It was frustrating for me for sure. But you know, if it comes today and get it done today, then you know, no harm, no foul, man. But it's you know, it's no matter what, it was going to rain today, no matter what. So I don't know how long it'll be before we can. I don't know anything about the floor and the process and all that shit, man. So, but Francisco is started on that one back there. I hope it don't get caught in the rain. I'm gonna look at this Bobcat job over here real quick. It's just right here. So we're trying to make money and yeah, all that. Okay, y'all, so I looked at the job. It looks like about a 2-day job with the Bobcat, so that's gonna be pretty good work for us. And it's for a buddy of mine, so you know, it's not, you know, I don't have to make, you know, $1 million or nothing. So but it's good. It's good, solid work the kind of thing I like to do. There's some jobs with a Bobcat I don't really like to do. You know, I don't like to do, well, I guess it's the same way with, you know, with everything that I do out here. I don't like really doing, you know, hardcore pristine stuff, you know, with the Bobcat or with the mowers and the lawn care. I like doing the rough cut stuff. Let somebody else come in there that's got better detail stuff than, you know, is better at it. Because I'm not that great at the detail stuff, because I don't know, I just like doing the rough stuff. And then just like with little yards, I like cutting the rough cuts, man. I don't like cut and manicure lawns. I do it because, well, that's what I do for a living. But if I got a choice, you give me a bunch of fields to cut. That's what I like. Why is that, y'all? Because I want a machine to do everything. I do not want to be out there holding a freaking shovel all day when a machine can do things quicker. There's one guy that keeps coming in the damn, well, he texted me. I don't know how he got my damn number, but he been texting me, and we've been kicking it on the text. You know, I didn't even save his number in my phone. We've been kicking it on the text for a few months, right? And, you know, he got mad yesterday when he texted me and saying something about, you know, I work 12 hours a day, and I just got over a stroke. Well, did you ever consider that might be why you had a stroke? There's no way that, and he's my age, there's no way that I'm going to start a business out here and I'm going to work 12 hours a day after 20 years. I mean, I will if I have to, but certainly by then, you will have done figured out better way to do stuff. You will have evolved. He got pissy with me because I said, dude, I ain't gonna work 12 hours a day. And he called me lazy. You can work 12 hours a day and make the same money I make in 6, but I'm not. That's just me. It's just, you know, I don't understand. Is there some kind of prize for working the hardest? Is there some kind of reward for physically working harder than somebody that doesn't? I physically worked hard for the first 12 years of this role I'm in. Every day, 7 days a week. It still can. But I've evolved a little bit too. I mean, I'm not going to work a job, and y'all know it. I'm not going to work a job for, you know, 20 years and still be doing the same thing I was doing 20 years ago. You know, to me, that's just ignorant, you know, for me, you know, and I never had a beef with this dude. I don't know who he is or nothing. I don't know how he got my damn number, but he might need to lose it. I'm just saying. But he got pissy when I said, man, I ain't working 12 hours a day. Then he called me lazy because I don't work 12 hours a day. Okay. Call me lazy. I mean, who the hell? I mean, I ain't creating no business to work 12 hours a day. I can, and I probably will, but it ain't something I'm signing up for. It ain't something I'm trying to do. I want the machines to do all the work. That's what I want. I don't want to be doing nothing for 12 hours a day. I don't give a damn. I can and I will, but that ain't my goal. My goal is to evolve and grow and keep the labor down to a minimum and all that there. That's my goal. My goal is not to work 12 hours a day at 53 years old. You might want to, and I know you're watching, you might want to consider not working 12 hours a day so you, so you can maintain your health, you know. And this guy is one of those folks that I was talking about yesterday, you know, consistent. I'm consistent. I'm not consistently great. I'm not consistently terrible. I'm in the middle. I'm consistently good. And that's what I want to be. I don't want to be highs and lows and all that, because that wreaks havoc on the brain, on your body and everything. I'm not trying to do all that. And that bitch called me lazy. What a joke, man. It sounded to me like you just a hater because you ain't figured out how to make the same money in 6 hours that you do in 12, or do something different, and you've been doing this probably longer than me. Of course, you don't have a camera and you don't have a video, and you don't do any of that. Probably just sitting on mama's couch, probably. Who knows? But we're gonna wrap this one up right here, and then we got to shoot across town and do one more, man, before the rain falls out. I'll kick it. Okay, y'all. So they're working on the floor, and they're doing they're doing a good job. I haven't gotten a lot of video in there. Well, I got the GoPro going in there on time lapse, but it's so noisy you can't. I'm not gonna do a video in there. I can't really do a video with all that noise. The only thing you're gonna hear is the generators running. So yeah, his big machine popped a breaker. You know, well, they had everything plugged into the wrong outlet, really. So what I did is I cranked up my generator, and they can use they can use my generator, his generator, and well, the shop power is what's running the great big machine. And since I don't have all the breakers in yet, because I haven't done all the power stuff yet, then, you know, he when he plugs the he's got a great big industrial machine in there. When he does that machine, and anything else on that breaker, it pops a breaker. It's a big industrial concrete grinder machine. So it draws a lot, I'm sure. So I cranked up my generator, and he can use my generator to push some of the littler stuff while he runs the big machine just solo on the breaker in the shop. Because in the shop I got everything laid out, but I haven't gotten to running everything to the breaker box yet. And I got a 50 amp breaker in the breaker box, but I haven't ran power to it yet. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that a lot of jobs they do don't have power. I mean, but now that I'm thinking about it, after sitting there with them, you know, well, they, you know, usually are doing like big warehouse industrial type stuff where they got big boy power. So, yeah. So this is what he did. So we agreed on the $3 grand, and that was to do everything except for, now he was going to put a hardener on it, going to grind the floor down, and put a hardener on it. And I told him, I said, well, and I checked into some sealers and stuff and everything, and well, it was going to end up costing me, you know, a day or two of my time to do it right, and you know, I had to buy the sealer, you know. So he's gonna do everything, but he wants another $1 grand to do the sealer too, and well, I don't blame him. I would too. And he's got the sealer. He's got some industrial sealer with him. He probably got it left over from another job, which is, you know, I mean, I'm gonna try to get him to go down to about $800 more instead of $1,000, but I'll pay the $1,000. You know, I mean, I just want to get the shit done, man, so I can start putting my stuff back inside. I don't like having everything out in the weather like this. And of course, the one day that, you know, that we needed the weather to be good, it's crap. So, but he said that when he leaves, it's going to be a finished product, and but I think he'll go down a couple $100. But it ain't mandatory, you know. If you can't, you can't, man. But I think you will. Yeah. I'm stoked though, man. The floor looks a lot better already. And you know, and he was saying, man, the floor was pretty bad. He said it wasn't, he said it doesn't, he said that this is not the kind of floor that you pour for inside. But they're doing a jam up job, man. I'm very happy with, you know, what little I know, really. You know. But the power thing is well, that was causing a problem for them, you know. I just didn't think, I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't think that they would, you know. But the machine that he has, it grinds and sucks it all up. It's a big machine. And I'll when they get done, I'll get a few little ending video clips of the actual equipment they're using. But I don't even like being in there. It's so loud and dusty, man. You can't, ain't a whole lot you can really do. Let's get this floor done. Spending a lot of money though, man. You know, we make good money, man, but I don't like spending money. I mean, just seems like every time I turn around with this shop, man, it's another couple grand. And we're making money. You know, me and Francisco did 600 and before the rain. And there are a lot of thousands. Okay, y'all. So that's great, man. The floor is coming along really good. They've been at it for about 7 hours. And yeah, it's looking really good. He's going to go ahead and seal it. I decided, you know, you know, I like to pay people good when they come to my house to work, man. I don't want to, and you know, it was going to end up costing me $1,000 or more for me to damn do everything that they're doing to the floor beyond the grinding. But I'm stoked. It's really smooth now. Now it's gonna be, you know, he's gonna put, he's got sealer. He's gonna put sealer on it, and yeah. So, you know, it ain't his fault the concrete people didn't, you know, every concrete guy, and this is just to let everybody know, you know, if you're getting concrete done and you're thinking about and you're gonna put a building on it, the concrete needs to be done a certain way. And, you know, the two different companies that poured the concrete here, they both knew that I was having a building put on it, and they did the damn building. They did that like a damn sidewalk or driveway, you know. And you know, I guess if I'd have wanted them to trial it down smooth or whatever, you know, I didn't know, you see, and it just costs you so much when you don't know. But I probably would have ended up paying another $3 or $4 grand to get them to do that anyway. So, you know, at the end of the day, I hate spending this kind of money on the heels of spending money on a mower and just, you know, but if I'm going to spend money, this is the time of the year that I want to spend money. Because if we were in September, October, I wouldn't even think about doing nothing like this. I don't roll like that. That ain't how I get down, man. The only reason why I went on and did it, well, number one, is because I couldn't stand it no more. I could not stand it. Number two is I know that I'm going in to making the most money that I make, you know, consistent money for the summer. So I know I can put the money right back. I've already put 1,000 of it back already that I got. So I'm not happy about that, and you know, but once it's done, then I don't have to worry about it no more. And they got done with the floor. I'm thinking to take y'all in there. I had the GoPro going the whole time they was here, and yeah, they ground the floor down. The concrete is really bad, but it's so smooth now. Now, I could have had a real shiny finish, and he said it didn't matter to him, you know. But what I went on and did is I told him I wanted it. Well, it doesn't have to be hardcore shiny, because at the end of the day, shiny is well, that means it's got a coat on it. And so we got a dull shine on it, and it's got some industrial sealer on it too. And but you can all the imperfections are in the concrete now. You can see them, and since the concrete was poured at 2 separate times, the concrete colors are different. The concrete is actually different colors. The second slab I had poured is a better concrete than the first slab. That's what he said, you know. And he's not making any more or any less by, you know, telling me that. So, you know, real good people, man. There were 3 people out here, and they worked all day long. I mean, they were here from 8 to like 5. Yeah. So, and there was no lunch, none of that. They just worked. So, yeah. But I'm very happy with it. Now I can sweep it. And, you know, well, it's just a floor. You know, and anything with concrete I've learned is expensive, you know. And some of you guys will say, man, you know, it ain't worth that. And, you know, well, that's according to what you deem is important. You know, to me, the shop floor is important. And until you're here tracking around in the dust that you can't get rid of, after you done spent $40,000, it would be important to you too, right? So, like I said earlier, I don't really have no vices or nothing. So, nice equipment and space is, well, you know, it's worth it to me, and really, that's really all that matters. And it is a business expense. So, anyway, without further ado, well, all right, y'all. Y'all see it. Nothing he could do about stuff like this. Look at all the spots on the concrete. And remember, this concrete was poured back in September or October of last year. So all these spots you see, there's nothing he could do about them. You know, I even offered him more money if he could get them out, and he couldn't. There's nothing he could do about them. All this stuff that you see is, well, remember, this was outside. So a lot of this stuff, the oil and all the marks on the floor, well, that ain't, I don't know, that just ain't nothing you can do about it, man. Not at this point. Of course, you know, I didn't know nothing about sealer or anything. I mean, it's just, I just know that it is super smooth, man. Oh my God, it feels like glass. Now, he told me that I could put a shiny coat of something on it, but he said it wouldn't last. I mean, this concrete is stupid smooth, man. Oh my God. What the hell? Y'all see that?